She gave us the feel-good anthem, I Love You, but soon after, Cheri Dennis seemed to vanish from the spotlight. Was it creative differences? Was it the infamous bad boy curse? And was there real competition between her and labelmate Cassie? Today, we're diving into the interesting career of Cheri Dennis, how she went from underdog to a rising star and back into the shadows. Stay tuned to find out why her story just might be one of the most overlooked in music history. It's 2005 and Bad Boy Entertainment is at the top of its game. Diddy? Well, he's not just a mogul anymore. He's a global icon. That year, Time magazine declared him one of the most influential businessmen in the world. And CNN wasn't far behind, naming him one of the most powerful figures shaping culture and business globally. And it wasn't just talk. Diddy had his eyes set on expanding his empire. And in 2006, he sealed the deal with Warner Music Group, entering into a groundbreaking 50-50 joint venture. Bad Boy wasn't just a record label now. It was a global force in the music industry. And Diddy was dominating the charts. Cassie's sultry hit Me and You was everywhere. Young Jock's It's Going Down was a certified anthem. And Danity Kane, fresh off making a band, was topping the Billboard charts with their self-titled debut. It was the golden era of Bad Boy, an unstoppable force in music. And there was a new girl on the scene, Cheri Dennis, who was supposed to be up next. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, Cheri Dennis had a voice that was destined to be heard as early as the age of 8, and by her teens, she moved to Shaker Heights and joined the 90s girl group Spoiled. In 1999, a chance encounter at a party would change her life. She was signed to Jimmy Cozier's label, Cozy Music, when a mutual friend introduced her to Diddy. Cheri sang for him on the spot, and just like that, her journey with Bad Boy began. She first made waves on Mace's tracks, No Matter What, All I Ever Wanted, and If You Want a Party, from his 1999 album, Double Up. But it didn't stop there. That same year, she also showed up on Puff Daddy's Forever album on the track, Is This the End Part 2. Although behind the scenes, it was a glimpse to show fans what was to come.
I got this one new artist that I want to bring out, let her do her thing. She's a young lady trying to make it. This is the part of the show we dedicate to the ladies. Her name is Cheri Dennis.
Over the years, Dennis graced countless mixtapes, building her reputation as a fierce artist and undeniable talent. But it wasn't until 2005 that Cheri Dennis dropped her first official solo single, I Love You, produced by the legendary Ryan Leslie. It was a feel-good anthem, and Cheri's sweet vocals had everyone wondering if Bad Boy had found its next big star. With Bad Boy being a label known for producing some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B, Cheri Dennis seemed like the perfect fit, a talented singer with a sultry voice and a unique style. But success in the music industry isn't always what it seems.
The day of the shoot, Puff comes in and he's like, no, change this, change that. They airbrushed my tattoos out. If you go look at I Love You, you can't see the one on my chest, like the ones on my arms. Like, he did his thing.
Despite the early promise, Cheri's road to stardom would quickly hit a few bumps. The label's push for her to fit into the bad boy girl mold, glamorous, commercial, and hip-hop driven, didn't exactly align with her unique style.
You had to look a certain way, be a certain way, talk a certain way, and if you stepped outside of that, it was like open season.
Fitting in wasn't Cheri's only problem at Bad Boy. Fans waited years for her debut album. Finally, in 2008, after 3 long years of build-up, Cheri released In and Out of Love. 2 singles had already dropped, but when the album hit the shelves, things didn't exactly go as planned. The album debuted at number 74 on the Billboard 200, which isn't bad. It just wasn't the chart-topping smash everyone thought it would be, especially after years of build-up. But here's where things started to unravel. The momentum just didn't follow. The 3rd single from In and Out of Love was set to drop, but the label pulled the plug before it could even get its chance. The reason? Slow sales. Bad Boy's response? They stopped promoting the album entirely. Budgets were slashed, funding for future singles gone, and soon after, In and Out of Love was pulled from shelves and taken out of print. Just like that, the album disappeared from physical stores, available only through digital outlets. And while it didn't have the commercial success it deserved, it became a cult favorite, a hidden gem in the digital age. It found a loyal following, a group of fans who appreciated the album for what it was, a unique sound, raw talent, and a voice that deserved more attention than it got. Cheri's talent was often overlooked. One of her standout songs, Ooh La La, became the theme song for Diddy's hit reality series Making the Band 3. The interesting part is that it would appear to be a song that the final band members, who would become Danity Kane, recorded, but in reality, it was Cheri's song from the beginning. Diddy was known for pitting his female artists against each other to see who would rise to the top, and the media fueled the narrative of a rivalry. Who's the real queen of bad boy? And while the competition within bad boy was fierce, there was one artist in particular that would draw all the attention: Cassandra Ventura, better known as Cassie. But Cheri was quick to put that narrative to rest. In an interview, Cheri stated, "There's room for everyone in this industry. Cassie and I don't make the same kind of music. We don't have similar voices. We have totally different styles, and I think there's space for both of us. I'm focused on Cheri Dennis, and I can't worry about what anyone else is doing. But it's definitely a competitive venture in this business." Cheri clearly wasn't one for the drama, but the competition was inevitable. Diddy's management style, with its focus on rivalry, only added to the pressure for Cheri, especially when her unique style didn't necessarily fit into the bad boy girl mold.
I know who I want to be. I know what kind of music I want to make. And I gotta fight the that's around me that's supposed to believe in my vision. I gotta fight y'all too. Puff was more like, you good, baby girl. You gotta just be patient. Like, I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing, shorty. Like, just chill out. Like, you good. And I wasn't good.
The problem was that Cheri's sound and style were too unique to be placed into the categories that were already made up for her, and that caused creative friction. And when you're an artist like Cheri, an artist who wants to express herself authentically, that's not something you compromise on. Eventually, the pressure became too much, and Cheri was ready to walk away. And by that time, Cheri Dennis was barely able to pay her bills until Diddy started giving her monthly payments through Bad Boy. Without the support that she needed, it seemed as though her chance to truly break through had passed. And while she gained a loyal fan base, the commercial success never fully materialized. Even though her career with Bad Boy was cut short, she's still active and her music still continues to entertain fans who recognize the value in her unique sound. So what do you think? Did Cheri get the credit she deserved? Was Bad Boy to blame for the demise of her mainstream success? Share your thoughts below. If you're like me and enjoy all things Black culture, movies, music, entertainment, then make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date with the latest. If you like this video, show some love. Until next time.